Hello and welcome to the Arkansas Weather Blog. We are your ticket to big weather events, recording this Monday, February the 11th at about 12:45 in the afternoon. It's been a long time since I've done a blog video, but I have a lot to say. So instead of typing for hours, I thought I'd just say it on a video. All right, so this has been a pretty, for central Arkansas, it's been a pretty terrible winter for snow lovers. You've got to remember, even though it wasn't technically winter in November, we did have a big snow in southern and eastern Arkansas, up to 5 or 6 inches in Stuttgart. And then just a few weeks ago, I think it was mid-January, we had quite a bit of snow in western and northern Arkansas. So Mother Nature is not showing us any winter weather lovers any love here in central Arkansas. Now, with that said, I want to urge caution because 2 weeks ago, let's rewind. 2 weeks ago, it showed the potential for wintry weather a week later, which would have been last Wednesday or Thursday. Anyway, to make a long story short, what the models indicated would be wintry weather turned out to be severe weather because the track of the low was further towards the north, there was more warm air, and we had showers and thunderstorms. Now, and we also did have some snow in northwest Arkansas behind it, but it was just some flurries. Now we're looking at a week from now, cold air in place, moisture coming on top. Is it our time finally? So I urge caution when looking at the models, knowing what has happened in the past and knowing what's happening here in the future. But at some point, the dam's going to break loose and we're going to have some cold air and we're going to have some moisture. I mean, at some point, it's bound to happen. Only a trace officially so far this winter here in Little Rock, which is sad for snow lovers. Anyway, so again, our next big weather maker after this flooding appears to be in about a week. And I want to go through the newest European computer model. And I know you're saying, I can't understand what you're showing me, Todd. Well, let me explain to you. First of all, this is what's happening right now, or what the model is projecting right now. This is the Monday morning run of the model. The black lines are solid lines, are isobars, lines of equal barometric pressure. The blue solid line is the 540 thickness and is usually a good indicator of the rain-snow line. So we have the rain over Arkansas right now. Let's see how that sweeps off towards the east. The European even indicating the possibility for a little rain to snow in northwest Arkansas early Tuesday morning. Very windy conditions Tuesday. This is the surface low right up into, you can see my arrow. The surface low up here into the Great Lakes, the front dragging towards the south, cold air coming behind. There's the 540 line, but the moisture's gone. We're drying out. So that's dry weather, and it looks pretty quiet until we get to Thursday when a new area of low pressure comes in. And there we go. Now we're on Saturday. This is late Friday. So a new front has come in, and it's got some moisture. So the front's towards the south, and it's got some moisture coming in, but again, the 540 thickness line is there. So this would most likely be a cold rain, and it would be light, not showing much whatsoever. But I just want to show you how the cold air gets entrenched into the central United States. And this is Sunday. Notice how that 540 line is dragging into northern Arkansas. That 1036 millibar surface high, that black clothesline, that's an area of cold high pressure, and that's bringing in the cold air. You see the faint gray lines. Those are winds at the surface out of the northeast. And lo and behold, this is a storm system pulling out. Remember, I always say, you got to have the cold air in place for anything significant. Then the moisture comes in, and then lo and behold, here's a storm system. And again, I urge caution. What if this thing goes north and there's not as much cold air coming in? So you have a storm system coming in, surface low forming in the Gulf of Mexico. It's a classic setup. There's precipitation there. So again, the 540 line is not all the way through Arkansas, but this would be a setup for at least some wintry weather in Arkansas. And as you get closer to the event, again, this is on Monday morning, the 18th. Let me go a little further here. All right, so this is on Monday, late in the day. 540 line is a little bit north of Arkansas, but this is cold. So I imagine you would have a cold rain, if this were to verify exactly. You would have a cold rain and possibly a winter mix. You'd have to look at the vertical temperature profile to know what kind of air you had aloft. If there's a layer above freezing, which would be possible in this situation. The 540 line is further towards the north. That would be light snows in Oklahoma and into Kansas. I promise you this is going to change. And a little bit further here, this is by Tuesday at midnight. You have still northeasterly winds. Whenever you have this sort of setup with the low tucked in down here into southern Mississippi, and then you have a surface high in Iowa funneling in northeasterly winds, you better look out. Right now, I would say, based on the latest computer models, that this is a setup for a cold rain with possible wintry weather across northern Arkansas. That can always change, and it will change. I promise you that's going to change as we get closer to this event. It's just, will it go further towards the north and drag in colder air, drag in warmer air in from the south, or will it go a little bit further south with the colder air? Will it be stronger with the colder air when that moisture goes up on top of it and produce more wintry weather? Regardless, there's something to watch in exactly 1 week from when I'm recording this, but I am watching it with skepticism and hope, all at the same time. Thanks for your trust here on Channel 7 and the Arkansas Weather Blog. We are your ticket to big weather events, and thank you again for trusting us at Channel 7, the team with the most experience.